guys, and welcome to another episode of my YouTube channel, Career Coaching with Lauren. And this is a special video because it's my birthday. Yay! Hashtag Geminis. But yeah, so today we're going to be speaking about CVs, CV writing, editing, all of those things. You might see a job advert and decide, okay, I'm going to apply for this job. The key is read the job advert and then you read it again and then you read it another time and maybe just one more time for good measure, because what you are going to put in your CV depends on the job that you're applying for. What that actually then means is you would need basically a different CV for every job advert depending on what exactly it is that they're looking for and what industry you're in. So let's say you're applying for a job in mining. You've read it, the job advert, you're good to go. So you make sure that you've got the necessary qualifications and don't be intimidated when they say 5 years experience or 10 years experience. You have nothing to lose by applying. Just try. Yeah, and then they might ask for professional association or something to that effect. So let's start with the framework of your CV. Your CV would have your contact details in them, your name, your surname, where people can reach you, your phone number, an email address. Um, a lot of frustration comes in where you receive a CV as a recruiter or HR and you don't know where to find this person if they need to ask you a question or two even before selected for an interview. So if you're going to make work for a recruiter, there's a high chance that they're going to chuck out your CV just because it's too much effort. All right. Um, After your contact details, you put in an executive summary. Basically says, I am a senior geologist with 10 years experience in open cast or underground mining. Um, I've done exploration, I've worked in diverse teams, something to that effect, not an essay. We don't want to be reading a novel before we even got to your qualifications. So please keep it short. Then you would put in a list of your qualifications. So list your qualifications from newest to oldest, where you got them and when you got them, right? Bullet points, you keep it simple. After that, you can put in a summary of your work experience. Again, newest to oldest, when you worked there and where you worked. Now, a lot of people like to omit things or become worried if they've got gaps in their CV. Now, a gap in a CV could mean that you weren't working because your contract had expired and you couldn't find another job, or you were really sick, you couldn't go and work, or you had family issues, and none of these things were your fault, and it's okay. It is what it is. If you were working, but it has nothing to do with geology, put it in. So say you worked at Steers, right? Just to make ends meet, you put that in. You put it in because that experience still counts in your favor. You can work under pressure and they would understand that. So even if you think it's not important, put it in. If you've got many part-time jobs, you can always condense it and say, okay, you were working part-time between this and that period. After that, you can put in your technical skills. Again, bullet points, keep it short. Then you can put in your detailed work experience, which is, again, newest to oldest. And that would be a list of your responsibilities. What do you have experience in? You were responsible for managing 5 drills, or you were responsible for managing 3 geological assistants, or you were responsible for doing process mapping in a workshop. So think along those lines. And then very last, you would put in your references. Now, Many people say this, and I've seen this on a few CVs, references available upon request. So that means that there are no references in your CV. We have to contact you, or we must now invite you for an interview and then ask you, who must we contact? The mining industry, though, is very small. It seems big, but it's very small. Everybody knows everybody. So if you put down, you worked at company X, chances are that person reading your CV knows somebody at company X, and they'll phone them and ask, "Do you know Lauren? Did she work with you?" Now, the wisdom that I want to drop right now is that your qualification is exactly the same as everybody else's qualification. You are going in and applying for a job that requires a geology degree and an honors. Guess what? Everybody has a geology degree and an honors, and it's as if they give these things away with a cell phone contract. Here's your phone, and here's your geology degree and your honors. So you need to find something that makes you stand out on paper, and that one thing will spark them to call you for an interview, right? So you're not halfway there. And then you need to shine in your interview so that you can get this job. The other thing that I didn't mention was, if you are a member of a professional body, you have to put that in as well. It will count in your favor. So you would typically put that in almost at the top of your CV, maybe listed after your qualifications. So for the geologist, that would be the Geological Society, or it can be SACNASP. Uh, for the engineers, it's going to be EXA. I would put in Comensa. What else is there? SAIMM, everything to that effect. If you have your membership number, put that in as well. It seems like it will seem like you value and you're proud of your membership, and also it will be easier for them to verify if you are actually a member. So you want to make it as easy as possible for the recruiter and for the senior geologist or chief geologist that is going to look at your CV. Now, keep it plain and simple. You don't want to send a fancy CV, because the fancy CV is not going to get you the interview or the job. You want to keep a white background. You want to keep the like an Arial font, 11 bullet points, justified. Um, a lot of people use word templates, the blue and the green, and that's fine if you need to do maybe a one pager and they request that, because sometimes they would request send us only one page, then you send one page and you send that. If it's a summary, then you can condense it and you send only that. But if they want a comprehensive CV, you send the plain CV. That's the one that's going to get you the job. Now, the plain CV is easier for the applicant tracking system to read, which is also called the ATS. Again, another topic. We will get to that in another video. But please just trust me for now. The plainer your CV, the easier it's going to be for you to get that interview. Now, many people ask, how long should my CV be? How long is a piece of string? So yeah, for brevity, try and keep it at 3 pages. It's not easy. I know CVs are extremely anxiety inducing for a lot of people. Um, if you need help, check out my website. The link is in the box below. I do write CVs and I do interview prep, so I can help you. Um, but again, I say lots of resources out there. This is just my 2 cents. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And yes, until next time, stay safe.